Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Today we're gonna be talking about the power of the social media, the power of citizen journalism. The Ambazonians have that power to keep the struggle moving. Okay, despite the resistance from the government of Cameroon, despite the resistance from outside parties and third parties, the people have the citizen power. They call it citizen journalism. From the start of this struggle, the power of the citizens of Ambazonia have made the word, spread the word, send it to the international community. Until now, we can see the amplification of the Ambazonian voices. Thanks to the citizens of Ambazonia that have sent out the message to the international community. Okay, that is citizen journalism I want to talk about today, so that we should understand the power that you have as a citizen to keep spreading the message, keep spreading the word of Ambazonia. Okay, no matter how long it takes, no matter what it takes. Okay, you have that power to make it happen. You have that power to spread that word, because if not, who else will spread the word for you? Okay, citizen journalism. Okay, today my talking point will be on the citizen journalism versus traditional journalism in Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, amplifying the Ambazonian voices. Okay, traditional journalism in Cameroon operates under a heavy cloak of state control, censorship, and corporate influence. Mainstream media outlets are either directly owned by the government or indirectly dependent on advertising revenue from companies with close ties to the regime of Paul Biya. This has created a media environment where sensitive issues, particularly the Anglophone Ambazonian crisis in Southern Cameroon, also known as Ambazonia, are selectively covered, distorted, or completely silenced. For the past 9 years, the government of Cameroon controlling narrative is a strategic tool. By dictating what gets published, it maintains a veneer of stability and prevents international scrutiny of its human rights abuses on the people of Southern Cameroon and Ambazonia. This filtering of reality means that much of the daily suffering of Ambazonians, the killings, arrests, displacement, or economic strangulation, remains invisible to agencies outside the region. Even when reported, stories often echo the official line, portraying Ambazonian fighters as terrorists, while omitting the abuses of government forces. In contrast, citizen journalism has emerged as a vital lifeline for the past 9 years for truth-telling in the conflict. With nothing more than smartphones, social media platforms, and personal courage, ordinary Ambazonians have documented realities on the ground: burned villages, civilian massacres, mass protests, and the daily struggle of life under war. Platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter have become arenas where grassroots voices bypass censorship and share unfiltered realities directly with local and international audiences. While traditional journalists may face imprisonment, license revocation, or even physical attacks for reporting unfavorably, citizen journalists rely on their anonymity, mobility, and numbers to get stories out. Their reports, often shared in real time, have been picked up by international NGOs, diaspora activists, and foreign media, shaping the global narrative of the Ambazonian struggle in ways that Yaoundé cannot fully control. Of course, citizen journalism is not without its weaknesses. Lacking professional training, many citizen reporters struggle with verification, balanced coverage, or objectivity. Rumors, misinformation, or emotional exaggeration sometimes spread alongside genuine reporting. The risk of bias is particularly high in a context of war where anger, grief, and fear shape how events are described. Still, in Cameroon's repressive media environment, these weaknesses are often outweighed by the urgency of simply documenting realities that will otherwise be erased. In fact, because the mainstream media is so censored and distrusted, many communities view citizen journalists as more authentic and reliable than the state-controlled press. They may not be perfectly objective, but they are present in the streets, the villages, and the refugee camps, reporting as witnesses rather than detached professionals. The rise of citizen journalism in Ambazonia also highlights a deeper shift in power. Information once monopolized by government of Cameroon and a handful of media houses is now decentralized and democratized. A farmer in Bamenda, a student in Boya, or a refugee in Nigeria can capture and share stories that reach audiences across the globe within minutes. This has weakened the state's monopoly on narrative control and created a powerful tool for resistance. By broadcasting their suffering and resilience, Ambazonians reclaim ownership of their story from a government that has long tried to silence them. In conclusion, the contrast between traditional and citizen journalism in Cameroon and Southern Cameroon reflects a broader struggle between oppression and resistance. Traditional journalism, compromised by state control and advertiser pressure, too often serve as an echo chamber for government propaganda. Citizen journalism, though imperfect, gives voice to the voiceless, offers a truer picture of the crisis in Southern Cameroon. It is messy, risky, and sometimes flawed, but in a war where silence benefits the oppressor, citizens journalism has become one of the most powerful weapons of the oppressed. Without it, the world might never know the realities of Ambazonians' 9-year struggle. With it, even the most remote cries for justice can echo far beyond Cameroon's border and Southern Cameroon's vicinities. Thank you. That was my talking point there. You see the difference between citizen journalism and journalism, right? The traditional journalism, which is about the people who are in favor of government. Okay, government pay them to direct the narrative, okay, in favor of government. But we have seen that happening along the years, and the people of Southern Cameroon must understand that they have the power to decimate message. Don't let the threat, remember the government send their military, their police to ask people to give their phones, to check their phones, to threaten them. Oh, show me your phone. Why are you communicating on WhatsApp? Because that is the power of citizen journalism. They don't want you to control the media. They want to control the news. Okay? Don't let the government of Cameroon, you have a role to play as a citizen. You have a role to play to spread the message. No matter the threat, no matter all the propaganda, sabotage along the years, it has not worked. Okay? They have tried to silence the journalists, silent activists, silent everybody, but that cannot work because we're in the era of social media. We're in the era where you are free to share information. Okay, no one can stop you from sharing or from reading information. No one can stop you from going to your Facebook page and read information. Okay, so what kind of impression do they want to create when they are refusing people to read or refusing people to even post or share information on social media? That is the power that you have as citizens. Let nobody tell you that you don't have the power to decide on how to decimate messages. Okay, let no one tell you that. Okay, you have the power. Okay, now 10 ways citizen journalism has helped Ambazonians. Okay, number one, the bypassing of the government censorship. For the past 9 years, the people of Southern Cameroon has bypassed the government. The traditional journalists of CRTV, the traditional journalists of the Equinox and the media, whatever, all those medias. People don't need to go and watch them anymore because they are just under the government control. You are free to go through the social different media, bypassing this heavy restriction, the arrest and media ban. Imagine how many journalists have been killed, how many activists have been imprisoned, how many people are in jail today just for being a journalist. Okay, the government of Cameroon is not media friendly. Okay, see the way they kill Wazizi. See the way they kill Martinez Zogo. See the way they kill other journalists. Journalists have disappeared in Cameroon. Southern Cameroon journalists have disappeared just because they are trying to be citizen journalists. Okay, the government of Cameroon with the valedictorian people that are there don't understand that time have changed. Okay, the traditional journalism is no more there. Okay, imagine. Okay, when CRTV refused to show the 2026 teacher lawyer protest. Okay, imagine how the citizen journalists, those journalists on the streets, journalists that are having their smartphones, they were sharing, uploading the videos on Facebook. They were doing all that on WhatsApp. They were doing all that. Okay, imagine when the government said that schools were all open and things are gone back to normal. People, teachers and parents in Kumbo filmed the empty classroom and sent it all this campaign. The government was not happy because they were trying to pass out the wrong message. But the citizen, who are the citizen journalists, were spreading the real message to the international community to know what is going on. Okay? Imagine the second point of the primary source weaknesses, where the ordinary people on the ground, who are eyewitnesses, they provide photos, videos, and testimonies of what is going on. The government could not do anything. Okay, in 2018, when the crisis started, so many villages, they were live streaming soldiers. They were doing all those video from their phones, showing how soldiers were burning houses, killing, doing raid. All these videos were evidence that the Cameroon soldiers were the one burning all this, doing all this scorched earth policy. And they were trying to paint it on the Ambazonian freedom fighters that they were the one burning their houses. But this recording in villages, atrocities, the one in Ekona, in all these other areas, proved them wrong. Because the citizen journalists use by their smartphones and they have raw images. Okay? When the Cameroon government said no, imagine what like someone like Issa Chiroma today, he was saying, how can you say this? Right? Whereas he know the truth that the military were the ones carrying out all these atrocities. Today he's apologizing for the misinformation, for the lies, for all the fake news that they were passing that back then. Okay, this tell you that all what was happening along the years were all fake news that the government of Cameroon wanted you to hear, right? That citizen journalism gave the people the voice. The government of Cameroon was taken aback. Imagine when the crisis started, they went and turned off the internet. You remember they turned off the internet for almost 3 months or so? Imagine that kind of archaic. Which government in this world will go and turn off internet? Something that brings money, something that brings revenue to the state, they go and turn it off just because they want to hide information. But that tell you the giving you the ordinary people a voice. Okay, that was I'm talking about the difference between traditional journalism and citizen journalists. The government did not know that citizen journalism has power than traditional journalism. They think that they will use their CRTV to be sending messages as usual, but they were taken aback. Facebook, Twitter, all this, they could not understand how messages are. eh? Mothers in Bamenda recorded videos. Eh? After school, children were kidnapped and used the WhatsApp. See, they were doing all this to the surprise of the Yaoundé regime. Imagine when the coffin revolution started in 2017, they were taken aback. The whole international community saw how the coffin revolution started, and they went so wild. Okay, with protesters stream live interviews with demonstrators. Okay, making their voices public everywhere was that. The use of common tools. Anybody can film anything. Okay, you don't have to go through. You don't have to be a professional to video. Sorry about that. I was having a missed call there. Sorry. So, as we're talking about, right, things happen like that, and you see the government of Cameroon trying to cover everything, but that could not work out like they did it, because everything is done with just the little common tool that you can use. Okay, when the government trying to use different media outlet to challenge what is going on, this the narrative will be challenged, right? The local propaganda trying to unmask the government propaganda, by when CRTV broadcast that the Ambazonian fighters burned down Kumba Market, like in 2021, they changed the narrative because they had the video of showing the Cameroon military doing it. Okay, so all this proof are proof that were very, very clear. Okay, so these are examples that I'm trying to bring for you to see the real nature of citizen journalism. Okay, how you can see how the power works. Okay, and I'm bringing this because we can take example of what is going on, so that we can really understand. Okay, we can really understand what is going on. Now, look at it this way. Okay, many things happen along the years that the Biya regime was trying to cover up. Okay, and I mean, you can you can tell that sometimes it happens, but that was an evidence of what is going on that was exposed to the international community. And today, with so many media, that's why I say it is very important for people to understand that many medias, many outlets is very important. Okay, during this crisis, we have seen like Barretta News, all National Telegraph, all this ABC, ABS, all these are news media that came out during this period of this crisis, and it has helped Ambazonians to be informed. Okay, to be informed, and all these are what is very important through crowdsourcing and collaboration. Okay, the emotional connection and authenticity, how all these medias, okay, all these videos went viral showing the atrocities of the Cameroon government. They could not hide anything. Yes, they could not hide anything. No matter what they were trying to do, they could not hide anything. Everything was exposed to the international community. Okay, that is the power of social media that I wanted to talk about. But make sure you share, and God bless you. God bless the people of Southern Cameroon. God bless Ambazonia. Make sure you share. Thank you for watching. Thank you. you.